what looks to be a champion, an elvish warrior, with a long sword standing beside the champion.
Oof. They sent their hit squad after
Dude,
us.
I'm itching to cast some spells.
Team.
The mage takes. Got it. Strikes the mage. Just like, ah, shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pretty much go back to back with Olga.
The mace comes through the kobold, and he kind of liquefies. And just basically just explodes over the ground there.
Attack! No! Tick, Tick, run! Tick goes, and he jumps in the water.
It's a hit. It makes a second attack with his other claw. It's another hit. 13 damage, second attack, 31 damage total.
Wow.
You just see ogre flesh just sort of ripping out. Snowky's turn. Yep.
It's my turn. All right.
He's still under the bridge. This is just like the other big fight we had in the main
under
area.
the bridge the whole time.
But now he's up. Instead of being on top of the building, he's under the bridge.
This has got spells and stuff.
Yeah.
And shoot another lightning bolt just far enough away that it's not going to hurt our friend Tum Tum here. And it comes at the expense of getting a shot on that champion.
When the mage is at.
Zap. 6,
18.
9, 3. Her hair goes out sideways.
Do I see like a skeleton for a couple like frames?
You straight up see a skeleton. It's so necro that you see a skeleton, and that mage turns into a crumpled corpse. And when that mage dies, you notice something. The two giants that are nearby seem to snap out of something, as if they were under a spell. However, they're still really pissed and they're going to kill anything around her. Olga's turn, if you want her to do something.
Yeah. Chip chop.
Let me
All right,
see you use
chop,
that
check
axe.
this out. She's got her axe, and she takes a step forward to the end. She's like, I'm probably going to die doing this. She does a cool spin with the axe, meaning she can do multi-attacks. And she does one attack, and she does two attacks.
You see that spin? I think she hit him
Both of
twice.
them hit. One hit is 9 damage. Second hit, 8 damage. On
Nice.
It's
Not bad.
You got Tick here in the river. He's like bubbling up. He can't swim very well. He's like choking on the water still.
He can breathe.
Just barely. But he's
No,
having,
He can breathe
underwater.
underwater. We can all breathe underwater.
he puts his hand on the water and doesn't realize that there's magic on him, and he starts to relax a little bit. All right. It's Darian's turn.
Okay. I don't think he's gonna hit me because I'm real fast, so I'm just gonna duck out. All right. He can have attack of opportunity.
He swings at you. Uh-oh. Does a 17 hit?
17 hits. Just barely.
He takes that axe and he's like... 12 points of damage. He just smacks you right in the spine.
All right, I go. As I'm getting hit, I run up the bridge. Draw an arrow, pull back. I'm gonna use sharpshooter and shoot him.
Okay.
Try to do the extra 10 for the -5.
I don't know. You tell me before
Dude,
you
your
roll.
rolls are out of control, D.
You roll this one.
You want that one, or you want
I want that one.
That's
You
an
want
ice,
that one?
It's an ice blue one.
I gotta use
For
the
an
same
ice
one.
It's an
killer.
natty 20.
It's right there.
Is it?
It is. Yeah.
Oh.
You said you wanted that one. I mean,
It is
you
a
also
20.
backed out of it. It is a
Give me
straight
that
20.
back. We verify. That's a verified roll.
Okay. Usually, if it hits the ground, it doesn't count. But
You did
I'm
say
gonna
you
say.
wanted it.
Yeah, you
I'm
said
more
you
than-
wanted
You couldn't
it.
have seen it.
Okay.
You committed. You
All right, I
committed to
committed.
that roll.
Critical hit.
You're a champion, D.
25 damage
Into the ogre.
into the ogre.
Oh damn. Where you were aiming? Where were you aiming?
I was aiming from right under his chin.
You take that little some part of his vertebrae and go like, boop, and it pops out the other end.
Nice.
You see your arrow stuck into the vertebra, like just on the ground, and this guy.
I can take another attack. I was gonna
just
I was
turn
gonna and then draw another arrow and shoot that guy. Okay.
Are you gonna do a double Jenga?
Double.
Come on, do double
imagine?
Jenga.
Do you mind if I double crit? Double crit! Look at that! Oh, look at that!
You got such a high probability of Jenga.
16 damage to him.
There it goes. There it goes.
Okay, and then I have my turn.
All right, cool.
I-
Now it's the champion's turn.
I just want ham on these guys.
And he sees this elemental here, and he's like, holy shit, what the hell is that? And he sees the main battle happening over here and decides to run towards targets he think he can actually defeat. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He runs all the way up to Darian to strike him down. He recognizes you. So now it's this archer's turn. Takes a few steps over so he doesn't hit his best friend, the champion,
His best friend.
and fires his at Darian.
Dude, how lucky to be best friends with the champion.
Are you ready to get struck?
I'm gonna just go and dodge it.
All right, anyways, Bran, it's your turn.
All right, I peek around the corner. I've now seen that my plan to loop around and take out the mage has just taken way too long. And I'm just gonna boogie full 16 here.
Run all the way around the house.
3, 4. You know, I'll move there, peek through the window. Perception through the window, right up close. 19.
Well, you look in the window and you see this guy turn, and then it's like his eye line like darts to someone else in the room with him.
My buddies are over here fighting. I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Just among the dead
Boom.
pile of bodies.
Yeah, that I didn't kill.
They're all electrocuted with arrows in them.
Tell the earth elemental to do anything.
The order is get into that house and give him hell.
Got it. So this is what he does. So back here, he looks at the house and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He walked up to here and just basically completely destroyed this and opened this entire thing up by breaking it apart. And he's standing there. There's another swordsman in there. And that's the end of his turn. He's completely ripped open that entire building. And is ready to just murder shit in there. Back to our best friends over here on the other side of the battlefield. Our Etten is staring down at poor old Olga. And by poor old Olga, I mean poor dead Olga. Double threes. She's fine.
Wow.
Dude, all this
Nice.
super graceful.
Mr. Owlbear, he's gonna go run and attack the Etten.
Yeah, well, he's gonna go charge and help Olga.
He runs up to this other Etten and takes his giant claws out. And then he opens his mouth. And he goes and tries to beak him. And that's the first beak is a miss. Miss. Second beak. Miss. Our next person is Nookie.
I let myself just drift like an extra 5 feet or so. So like my head pokes out like from the other side of the bridge. And I open my eyes and I'm looking up under the water and I can see that swordsman standing on the bridge. I'm like, bingo. And then a lightning strike hits just behind him. Boom, right here.
Dexterity.
Yep.
That's a hit.
Heck yeah, it's a hit. 3 plus 6 plus 4 equals 13.
Wow, that's the first time he's been damaged. Olga, you want to keep her fighting? Double axe strikes?
Hell, why not?
Yeah, why not? One axe strike, miss. Second axe strike, miss. What about Mr. Tick here? He's floating in the water. He's like just experiencing what it feels like to be weightless for the first time.
I'm gonna like look at him and wave.
He floats underneath the bridge. Darian, your turn.
I'm gonna disengage. I'm gonna hop off this and jump and dive straight into the river.
Oh, snap. And that champion's like,
Dive in the river.
sick move. It's the champion's turn. The champion looks to you and it goes into the water and he's like, thinks for a moment. He dives in after you.
Yeah!
Boom! He lands on Noki.
Right there.
He dives in, he falls down and lands on you because your head's like literally like floating there. And he's basically starts swimming along, down, half swimming, half drowning towards Darian. Our archer here is here, and he's like, oh sh. He sees this guy with the giant sword coming up at him, and he's like, fires one shot at you. Does an 8 hit? No. The arrow just flies past. This door busts open. To reveal more guys waiting in ambush to attack people who cross the river. Now he does a full round action, moves as close as he can. This guy does a full round action. They both run as far as they can up to you to fight. And that's all they get to do. It's your turn.
Full rage. This is exactly what I'm waiting for. After looping all the way from the forest over there, all the way around,
Your
looping
rage has
around,
been building.
I am so ready for this. So, full on bonus rage.
Bonus
attack.
city?
Yeah. So I'm gonna do the reckless attack. I'm gonna take my advantage on the first one.
So the champion dude?
Yep. It's gonna be the attack on the champion.
Nice.
That is a 26.
On the champion?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
You have to beat an 18 for him.
15 damage to him.
All right, 15 damage to him.
And then I'm gonna use my second attack is gonna hit both. So first one, so the same guy again. That is a 22.
Yep, that's
Hits.
mega
Yep.
hits.
And that'll be 16.
Yep.
Okay.
And
then
now you're hitting the other guy.
That stroke continues through.
Same attack roll?
Yeah.
Same attack roll.
Okay, so then yeah, that'll hit him.
Sure. And it does 7, 12 damage. Or
Doesn't.
no,
Okay, it does
14
not.
damage.
It almost kills him. It is not. And this guy is just gonna go in and slaughter everybody. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it doesn't matter. He walks straight up to this guy, takes both of his stony little fists there, and these green dice suck. I'm rolling double lows each time. He misses every single attack. He misses, but he blows this whole wall open. Why not? All right. This house is getting wrecked because this giant rock monster is fucking shit up. That's how he does it. We've got a guy with 2 heads over here. 2 heads mean he fights for 2 causes. One cause is Olga's death. He strikes Olga.
Oh no.
Everyone say goodbye, Olga. Boom! Doosh! Her little tiny puny human head just explodes with the impact of this mace. The second strike comes from the Eden's axe, and it's coming down on the owlbear. The owlbear manages to deflect it with its rock-hard feathers. Guess what the owlbear does when he hates things? He uses his giant claws. 1 strikes the Etten. 11 points of damage. Just more gore just ripped out of him. Noki.
Sweet. I'm up. So I swim out of the river, I'm on the edge, and I stand up. Lucky for me, going prone to standing only takes 5 feet of moving speed. I do that, and I see those fellers. I'm like, hey, look at them. Boom, lightning. I'll just cast it right behind Mr. Gold here, which is
16. He is struck by your lightning.
That's pretty rad.
4.
11. I cast my action, and it's fall back in the other end.
All right, that's fine. Tick. He's floated underneath the bridge, and he's now on the other side, next to the entire group. We have this. It's a giant lazy river party happening in the river. Everyone's floating down. It's beautiful. That leads us back to Darian.
All right, this is what I'm gonna do. As I'm swimming, I look back and I see him crash in the water behind me, and I'm just gonna come up out the water and toss my bow.
You're gonna come up out the water.
I'm gonna come up out the water and then toss
Toss
my
the
bow
bow.
out on this thing. Just throw it over there.
Okay.
As an action, I go back in the water, draw my 2 daggers. One of them is a fire dagger, so it starts like sizzling in the water.
Oh, it's this one. We hear it bubbling.
My daggers sear and wither. I pull out, I name them. That's the kind of guy I am.
Ooh.
I turn around, I look at the guy coming towards me. The current's coming down this way, and he comes towards me and just try to dig my dagger straight into him.
Fair enough. It's cool enough move to pull.
I'm gonna strike this fool with my dags. 11. I go. I miss, and then I'm gonna swing again.
You have 2 double weapons.
Ooh! I critical failed with a 1.
No one else saw
Roll
this.
me an odd or even, and tell me which dagger is an even.
Seer is even.
All right. Seer
Yeah.
slips away from your hands in the water. It's just escaped your grasp.
Okay.
All right, so that being said, it's the champion's turn, and he's swimming downstream, and he's got a sword underwater, and you see like bubbles bursting up from his armor, and he's just like floating downstream, and he sees you coming up, and he's like, he goes for a stab. I'll give him disadvantage.
Because he's underwater, yeah.
Miss. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, Bran is here fending off multiple men. He's just like,
He's Aragorn.
and this archer is just like,
in his back.
21. That's probably
Hit.
it. 7 points of damage. Ow! Ugh, you're back and you're like, damn it. I don't know what you'd say. That was just my impersonation.
Aye.
That's what he.
Right, let my left cheek
Ow.
back there.
Owie.
So our champion strikes, miss. Other guy strikes, miss. You're lucky. You're very lucky. And it's your turn.
I am still
Fending around.
raged out.
Yep.
You're very raging.
And I'm going to be taking a big minus swing at our first guy here. He's
One advantage on that.
I find quite upset. Yeah, upsetting that he's still alive. So I'm rolling advantage on him. I got a 26. Hits. And I do 11 damage to him.
All right. He's bloodied.
Still alive. Dang.
Don't
Alright.
call him the champ for nothing.
Don't call him champ for nothing. All right. Attack number 2. Guess I'll swing through on this one. I'm hitting both of these guys.
Do it. Let's see
So
it.
now I would rule. Second one is a 17.
That's a hit.
Hit. Yeah, 13 damage.
And it's over for this guy. Lights out. So on the subject of our earth elemental over there, because it's his turn, he sees that little guy in front of his face. He rolls to hit. Hey, what do you know? He strikes finally, little butthead. And he hits him with 16 points of damage! Insta kill. Boom! Body in the river, flies through the building. He moves next to the other guy, and he strikes him as well. Miss. Big boy Etten, BB Etten.
BBE, man.
Mr. Etten, he's got 2 things coming on down. He's got a mace on one hand, he's got an axe on the other. Here's the mace. Hit. Here's the axe. Miss. So, 10 damage. Axe bops Mr. Hooey-Hoo on the side of the head.
Not Hoots.
And he is certainly bloodied at this point. And then Owlbear, he's fighting back, coming back for the winning team. He's got 2 claws. One says no, the other says yes. And that second claw strikes.
This is my no claw. This is my yes claw.
16 points of damage on the Etten. All right, and now it is Oki.
I drop a beam right there in front of that dude. I want to see it up
Not the
close.
champ.
20. He's just like lightning bolt. Oh shit.
Dang it.
Tick. He floats downstream towards our champion.
I look at Tick. I go. To let him know to attack the guy from behind.
And he's like, and he rolls a critical 1. He swings and he loses his weapon just like you did. It's a little heavier than your dagger, so it just goes straight to the bottom. Your dagger was lighter, so it's...
But I kill this guy and then I go find my dagger. I mean, the current's kind of pushing him towards me, I'd imagine. So yeah, I'm just gonna run at him and just try to grab him.
You're gonna swing. Okay, grapple him. Go for it.
19 strength check.
21, miss.
Ugh.
Dang, this river's just been a fiasco.
I know, the river is pretty brutal to be in.
Wiggles out of my arms and I try to stab him with my wither dagger.
Go for it. What? Did he roll a 1?
I rolled another 1.
So what happens is you take your dagger, your other dagger, and you try and stab him with it, and it hits his armor, and it's like this. Watch, it's like this.
Oh no.
No! So they both start floating down the. God damn it! See, this is why I stick to bows
You'll
and
have
arrows.
23 more hours to go find them before the spell runs out.
He looks up at you, and he takes his sword, and he's just like, ugh, and he tries to stab it into you. It's a 14 hit.
We're just,
He just starts-
slapping
It's
around
just,
each
it's
other.
just horrible. You're underwater. Mr. Archer over here just keeps going around. He sees this little guy poking his head up over the wall, and he's like, oh my god, maybe that's the guy with the magic. Let's see if I can shoot him in the head. The bow backfires and slaps him in the eye. Man, deals himself at 1 point. What is going on here? This is like the worst fight ever. It's like misfiring, losing daggers. Like, this is horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Oh my god, he's almost dead. Bran, guess whose turn it is? Bran's
My turn? All right, me, this champion got advantage biz. I'm gonna give him a big strike. I'm rolling advantage here. I am raged out, full on. 23 hits.
23 to hit, yep.
23 hits, and I'm hitting for 16 damage.
Very close. You see a bunch of his armor start peeling off, and he's really jacked up.
gotta-
That'd be
Another hit.
unfortunate.
You get
Yeah,
one more attack.
I got another attack, but I only get one roll for that one.
All right, you want to murder him?
That's pretty good.
20,
Hit.
16 damage.
The first strike hits him. Armor plates pile off. His shield flies from his hand. His sword flies in. And on your returning strike, just blood.
Yes.
Down.
And I guess if I have any action left, I just turn around and point.
You're just like,
Roll an intimidation check if you care.
Intimidation check. I got a 20.
The archer's just like, he drops his bow. Any circumstance you're under and you roll that high, you're beating him. He is freaked out.
he did see you just kill his best friend.
It's way stronger.
champion.
Yeah.
Over on the back end here, we got our big old guy. He's got 2 clubs coming on down, back again.
Oh, here's out.
One comes down with a miss. Second comes down with a mega hit.
No!
On the head, 9 points of damage on the owlbear. Owlbear gets a strike back. He gets 2 strikes back. 1 strike, critical. Second strike,
Albert!
miss. So owlbear, a big bite, comes down with takes a gash out of his neck for about 36 points of damage. Both of those guys are not doing so hot. Anyways, Mr. Noki hit him. He didn't dodge it.
24.
He's like this. Body explodes. Back to Dorian.
I'm just gonna try to wrestle and pull him down to the bottom of the water.
What's your grapple?
13.
Okay, I rolled a 15 plus his 3, so that's 18.
I'm gonna get out of this water. I'm gonna just like kick off of him and like he can get an
Some
opportunity
tactic
attack or
out of
whatever.
Yeah, he does.
I'm gonna get up out of the water.
All right, he opportunity attacks and rolls a 1 and loses his sword.
Jump back in!
Another weapon, yeah.
All these beautiful, precious weapons beneath the waves. And he's coming out after you. And the champion runs up and tries to grapple you now. You rolled a 17 plus 3, 20.
Get off of me! That's not enough to get him off me.
Don't touch me!
17,
Don't
get
touch
off
me!
He's got you.
No.
He's got you. He's trying to wrestle you.
I yell, Bran!
Darian's been having enough trouble here. I'm gonna charge. Instead of the +5 damage, I'm going to push this guy up to 10 feet away from me with my attack. D20 does a 20 hit.
Yeah.
17 damage and knock him back 10 feet.
10 feet and go back into the water. Brutal.
Have a drink.
That's what you say?
And strikes with 1 hand. Hit. And the owlbear takes one right to the jaw and rolls on the ground bloodied. Dead. After murdering that with this head, the other head turns towards the nearest opponent and starts just running. And he sees a little guy. A little guy just chilling there. And the other head is like, and points toward him. The other head looks and they nod. And the other hand takes the giant axe and goes and starts striking down at Noki there.
Whoa.
Dang.
Add 7 to this.
14.
Does that hit?
Nope.
Stones blast away from the wall in front of you as the axe slams down. Your turn.
My turn. Sweet. Alright, so Noki ducks and the wall explodes. And Noki looks at the dude's like, later, fool. And then Noki jumps backwards, back into the water, going as deep as he can go,
Sick
while
move.
bolting that guy with lightning.
Sick. -1 to this.
Oh, he does.
He makes it. One head tells the other, watch out. And the other head's like, and moves the whole body aside. Tick floats downstream and sees this champion there. He's like, and tries to grapple him.
On Tick.
You rolled an 18. Let's see what the champion rolled.
Take him down.
The kobold is just a straight 18. This guy gets an 11 plus 3. Oh, What do you know?
Nice work, Tick.
Nice Tick. Go,
All right, so Tick's got him. He's like,
We don't even know what's going on down there. We're just watching. And
you just
nobody's
see
coming
bubbles
up.
coming
Yeah.
up in motion and stuff like this. Tick's there.
Stay balanced
Darian,
underwater.
your turn.
I'm going to run over here, pick up my bow that dropped over here, draw an arrow, shoot at this guy.
All right, go for it.
It's the third one in a row I've rolled.
No pulse in the river?
All right, so you critically failed, and you draw an arrow from your quiver, and you realize as you pull your hand back, that muscle reflex, you realize you don't have an arrow in your hand because most of them fell out in the river.
I'm just gonna go back over here. That's it. Run up.
It's pretty sad.
Run back.
So the champion is struggling. Tack's got him underneath the water. Go champion. 5. Go Tack. Oh, he totally wasted him. He's still choking on the death.
Nice.
The little lizard man.
More
It's just like,
bubbles.
bubbles are coming up all over the place. It's getting brutal down there. In
Dude,
fact,
he's got alligator grandparents.
we got like literally 1-2 more rounds till he goes unconscious because he's been underwater. He comes up for a brief second and is immediately knocked back and is now being choked. Bran.
All right. Seems to be the end of the days here. I'm charging in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can make it.
Yep.
Charging. Full on. Power swing. Rolling advantage on him. Full rage out.
Oh, this is close. This
I'm
is
excited
real
to see
close.
this. I want to see a grand slam.
Got a 19.
19's a hit.
19's a hit. Excellent. All right. And doing
Swing better, better.
Nice.
11 plus 5 plus 5, so 21 plus 2, 23 damage to him.
Wow.
Trying to take the legs right out from under him.
You go right in here, and the kneecap explodes. Blood everywhere. He's bleeding. Dead.
I turn back towards Darian and I say PEDs.
So meanwhile, over there,
I go.
you have,
Performance
you have-
enhancing drug.
you have an epic kill there. You just take down this giant. Your elemental's over there charging. He's so pissed. He is so angry at this last guy who won't die. He runs through, explodes the wall, and just turns that guy into mush. And the wall gets knocked over. That building's pretty much completely destroyed at this point. Noki, your turn. You got move.
I'm gonna just
We have tack.
someone down, like, boop, 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 boop.
Look for
And I'm
these.
gonna
Look for these.
do like, I'm like, go attack. I'm gonna give him a big group hug and exhale all my air so we just sink down a little bit lower. And we're just gonna sit there and cuddle for a little while.
So I'm giving
Until
you
he goes to sleep.
tack and advantage on grappling.
Okay.
That's all you're getting, okay?
Yep.
So you don't need to roll anything. You don't need to roll anything.
Okay.
You're just helping Tack because it's his turn now. And Tack continues doing that. You guys start sinking.
Okay.
Back to Darian. You're standing there on the water's edge. No bow. Well, you got a bow. You're missing arrows, you're missing daggers, you're missing swords. And you
gonna-
see them all swimming together in a pile. See bubbles coming up. And you're standing there. What do you do?
Actually, watch for a second,
Then
Then I sigh.
and start looking, man.
and then I look down the river, and I see the glints of my weapons, like, and then I run up and dive in after my daggers.
You're diving after your daggers?
Yeah, I'm diving in. Going
diving.
after
Roll me a perception check.
it's underwater, so it's not very good. It's an 8 underwater.
All right, so here's the deal. Here's your acid dagger.
Okay.
Here's your fire dagger. 4 and an 18. So
I
you
see
your-
my
you
see my fire dagger.
You
I go
see
for
Seer.
it.
You see Seer. He's there.
It's sizzling in the water.
She's there. I don't know. She
She's-
is.
she's
is
sizzling
there.
up in the water. I
She's
gotta grab her.
sizzling. In fact, floating back up because of those bubbles. The champion here tries to break free from you and Tack's grasp. This is what he rolls. 18. 15 plus 3. However, Tack has the advantage on his roll now because you're helping him.
19.
You guys sink to the river floor. The champion struggles. His armor's there. You can see the wild look in his eyes, like, this is not how I imagine this to end. You sink deeper, and you touch the sand with your feet. You see the last bubbles escaping his breath. The champion's turn. This is his last round. And because of this, we're using the blue. This blue die, this represents the water in which he's contained. Our red is attack, our green is the advantage of Noki, so to speak, against him. So, he rolls to try and escape. He rolls a 16.
Pretty good.
Pretty solid. That combined is actually 19 with his strength check. We have our advantage, disadvantage here. It doesn't matter which order it happens. And the champion
terrible rolls.
breaks free. The champion climbs out of the water, coughing, onto the grass. He is on the brink of death. And he's there, just prone. And we exit initiative at this moment because he is effectively helpless.
So we have a captive.
Sweet. I love captives. Got 2 of them at home.
Dude, don't call him that.
Jesus, have you not learned anything? Sorry. Dead bodies litter this battlefield, both tiny and large. The only person who remains is this armored champion.
I'm gonna walk up
Let's
to him.
gather
The
up.
river flows. You hear the wind blow across the grass and the leaves of the
I'm
trees.
gonna ask him who sent you.
I'm gonna, while you guys are doing this, I gotta look for my other dagger, sorry.
That's
I
cool.
run over,
That's cool. Go get it.
dive back in the water.
He holds his breath. And finally he speaks. The town of Quintonshire, they still want you dead, and I was a part of that. And they won't stop until they rid all of you, unless you convinced them otherwise. And only
I've heard enough. I'm gonna cut his
that
head
can
off.
only be done unless you visit. Oh. Brand just chops his head off.
Do I find my dagger in the water?
Not yet, no.
Dude, you should have been here.
Or I mean, you got to re-roll, man.
Okay, I rolled to see, find my dagger.
Is this Seer or Sither?
This is Wither. I
Wither?
got 18.
All right, this is Wither.
Boom, Wither.
Found it.
I'm like, yes, ting, and I cross them.
Shoot
them.
Everyone is dead except for you and this rock.
I'm gonna pop up out the water and come back and be like, hey guys, I found my sword. What did you do to him?
Cut his head off. He said they're not gonna stop. He said they're in a town nearby, and they, nothing. That was all I needed to hear. I cut his head off.
Listen, I'll just do some more fish recon and it'll be okay.
I just shake my head.
Fish recon. What is fish recon anyways? It's like fish recon is like 99% swimming, 1% like hopping out of the water and like holding your breath.
No, fish recon is
and
like
then diving back into the water.
It's like a dude sitting on the dock like fishing, and like he looks over, like someone catches his eye, looks over, and just like a fish, like his head out of the water, just like. And it's like, what's that fish doing?
All right, so the mage has a staff of command.
I'll take that.
Hence the big guys. So the staff of command can issue the spell command 2 times per day. It also doubles as a quarterstaff if you want to beat people with it.
Made out of wood?
Hell yeah.
So I can cast Shillelagh on it?
Yeah. All right. In the surrounding buildings, you find 500 gold pieces each, and also you find all the arrows you'd ever want. Darian.
My first thought was to chop his head off. My second thought was to carve my initials in his forehead. I should have done the latter.
Yeah, I would have been fine with the second. That would have been great. He would have been way more willing to talk after that. Just where do we go here from
Darren,
here?
you're not a settler sympathizer, are you?
Do I look like a settler sympathizer? I killed like half those guys.
You'll find 2 alchemist fire in this as well. Small fire-inducing hand grenades. And the other one, you find something very similar but opposite, where they are alchemist's frosts. They are the same. They deal freezing damage, and they will freeze over anything fluidy, whatever, and freeze people, etc. You got XP. You got dollars. You got a staff of command. You got fire nades. You got frost nades. You got sick, keen edge weapons. You got full plate armor. You got your arrows back. What else could you ever want? You got your daggers.
I want to know what you guys want to do next.
That's a big issue, because I'll tell you what happens next. You know that between here and there, the coast that is, there are buildings, there's a city, there's a civilized society that with each move you make now wants to end you even more. And with this move, you are putting yourselves in a situation where diplomacy becomes less and less of an option. Owlbear deals him 7 points of damage.
Okay, who can take it?
Mage's turn. Sees the owlbear coming up and over as well.
Coming in about 15 seconds out.
I'm focusing Lily.
Yeah.
She's running.
Kill her.
Yeah, give me them coins. Give me the gold. Give me all that gold.
Go. Turn him in.
Turn him in.